Almost ready. I'm just getting my equipment sorted out here. This is a late one for me there. After that physiotherapy session yesterday, I'm not in a good place. Ooh, what's wrong with my tripod? Something not quite right there. That'll do, I guess. Just dodging around at the moment. Would help if I could find my plug. Oh. Sometimes I get too busy, I get a little bit overwhelmed. There goes my neighbours again. Noise on legs. Whether you can hear my neighbours or not. Good morning, Griselda. Thanks for joining me. I'm here, but I'm just getting set up, okay? Bring that down so I can see it better. I'm just getting my tablet set up. I'm just going to do some breakfast. And then I'm going to make some scones. At least that's my plan. Just everything seems to be slightly out of order today. I do apologise. It seems to be slightly out of order today. I do apologise. But good morning, everyone. Good morning. And welcome, everyone. Good morning. To my. As I say, after yesterday's physio, I'm still struggling a bit today. Move that round. So, I mean, it's already kind of 20 minutes after 10. So, I'm a little bit late for breakfast, but we'll call it a brunch. So I'm just going to get turn that volume off. That I don't need to listen to myself. So I hope you're having a good day. Hope everybody's sorted. So I'm just going to do some breakfast wrap and nice big wrap, fresh. If I can open them. So we'll be using one of these nice big tortilla. I have a couple of eggs, and I've got some ham, some mushroom, some red onion, and some cheese. I'm just taking it easy with this one. No rush. So I'll get my canola spray. I don't like using too much in the way of oil. Anything else I need? Yes, some salt and black pepper. A fork. So I did have a gentleman previously told me that I shouldn't use a fork to whisk eggs. It's something I've always done. Just move that forward a bit. I've always whisked eggs with a fork. I don't know why it makes that much difference. He seemed to think that it doesn't work properly. So basically, do what you feel natural to do. small amount of salt. Normally I don't put salt in until the end. Sometimes it makes it watery. But as I'm doing, that's my egg whisked up. So I'm on a low setting. Just a little bit of canola spray on there. And I'm going to go straight in with my onion. And I'll put my mushrooms on. So hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day, whether it's morning or evening. So that's beautiful so far. Anything else I would like to add to this? No, really, I think that should be enough. That's enough. So we're just going to get these cooked through a little bit to take the harshness off. And then we'll slide them around. I want to try and keep things more to the centre of my griddle. The centre's warmer, the outsides are cool. So, who we got today? Griselda so far. If you're just joining me, drop me a little message. Say hello. Hello everybody, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me today. I'm just doing a quick breakfast wrap. And then I'm going to make some nice cherry and coconut scones. And the mushrooms always seem to cook nice and quick, so turn them over. I do like these little non-stick spatulas. Nice and mild. I use this mainly when I'm doing tamagoyaki. So where we at here? Hey, good morning, I love nerds. I'm live streaming from northern Alberta, Canada, close to Calgary. It's almost 10:30 now, but I'm just having my breakfast. I've had a rough couple of days. Where are you located? Have a quick look. I'll make you into a moderator. So, I love nerds. You are now a moderator. Let's have a quick check of your channel. Get some videos made. Start sharing, my friend. Morning, William Hart. It's something egg related. I've got a couple of eggs. I've got some red onion. And I have some mushrooms which I'm just cooking through, and I'm going to make a nice breakfast wrap. This for me it's a brunch. I don't want to eat too much. I'm still on that thing of I want to lose weight. But now these are getting cooked nicely, I will move them over to one side so they're out of the way. And then I'm just going to brown up some ham. Just get a little bit of colour on that one. Put our cheese to one side. Maybe 2 pieces of cheese will be better. So we'll have another piece of cheese ready. So where's everybody located at? So I'm adding you as a moderator there, William. Do you have videos yourself. We've got one Ark Survival. Psychopathic rantings of a thoroughly delirious 29-year-old. Nice. I'll subscribe to you there, my friend. I've got nobody now? Wow, that's terrible. Well, we'll just let that cook through a little bit. I don't know, people just disappear. But everybody is welcome. So I'm just making some breakfast at the moment. So I'm just checking who's around here at the moment. So hello, Griselda. Right, so that's looking good so far. I can move that ham over to one side. Yep, that's softened up nicely. I'm just going to move this over. And because I don't want my mushrooms to get too cooked, I'm going to just throw them on top. Or onto my table, whichever. This actually isn't a table, it's actually a cutting board. I made a cutting board that was 4 foot by 3 foot. So it's a little bit on the large side. Morning, Grace. Thanks for joining me. So I'm going to throw some egg. Actually, another little bit of spray first. That will do. Well, I guess we know this isn't straight. I wish somebody would make a griddle like this with little adjustable feet on the bottom. It would make life so much easier. Just let that cook through a little bit. And thanks, the guys that's out there watching at the moment, thank you for joining me. Please remember to click the little 3 dots and give me a like. Turn that up a little bit more. You can, if you want, add some red or green peppers to this. You could have tomato or whichever you want. Right, we're somewhere close there now. We'll move that over. Because I just want to warm up my tortilla. Just get a little bit of heat on that one before we roll and fold. So who we got now? That's still Grace, Griselda, William, and I Love Nerds. Well, I never thought of myself as a nerd, but I am a Star Trek and sci-fi fan. I'm just going to move this over. Actually, I'm going to grab one more thing. I'm just grabbing my homemade chili sauce. Now, my chili sauce is a combination of flavour-wise, it's a little bit like I'm trying to think now. Probably somewhere between the sriracha and the Frank's. So I'll try and move that over just so you can see. Look at our onion in there. I'll stop using my tongs and I'm going to get the other one of these out. Throw that on there. As I mentioned the other day there, I do get accused of being a chef, and I'm not a chef. I just like to cook. I've never worked in the hospitality industry or anything like that. So a quick squirt of my chili sauce. We'll put our cheese in there. And we're just going to fold, roll, wrap, whatever we can do to make it close up. Now I'm going to throw this back onto my griddle. We'll just get that one cooking. That's quite a substantial wrap there for breakfast. Hey Himani, nice to see you on again. No, I'm not a chef. I think we've got a comedian around here. Yes, it's very tasty. I'm just going to crisp up these outsides a little bit. But once I've made this, then we're going to make some cherry scones. So this is a book I bought about 10 years ago. Actually, it was a gift. And I'm halfway through. These are all of my recipes. And this is for my travels when I go away. You go on holiday, Spain, Portugal, anywhere it is that you're going on holidays, Mexico, if you go to the Philippines, Japan, anything like that. When I used to do travel, I wasn't William, yes, the cherry, it's cherry and coconut I'm doing, so but it's up to you. If you don't like the coconut, you can take that out. But I do love cooking, and you did make me smile. Kansas, USA, watch out for the tornadoes, my friend. I don't know too much about Kansas. I've been to Florida. Where else have I been? Yep, just in Las Vegas. Avocado toast sounds good too. Yep, avocado toast. I've never had that for a long time, actually. Are you allowed to do like avocado toast and then maybe have some bacon on there or something like that? Because that would be yummy. Now you got me thinking about avocados and bacon. That's good that you've been blessed with fortune. So you're on native land? That's awesome. I think with it. Hey, good morning, Ray. I'm just doing a breakfast wrap with ham, eggs, a little bit of chili sauce, some red onion, and some mushrooms. I'll add you as a moderator there, my friend. Thanks for joining me. What sort of things do you guys like to cook? I know William likes avocado toast, which could be the next video for me. I've noticed over time, I do get a lot of people that come on, they talk to me, they look at my other videos when I'm cooking, the things I upload, but they don't subscribe. And on average, I'm looking every week, I get somewhere in the region of about 500 to 1,000 views on a weekly basis. Not massive, I know, but out of them, there's only maybe about it's usually on a weekly, so maybe it's about 100 of them will subscribe. So I'm just a little bit curious why. It would be nice if just hit that subscribe button, give me the thumbs up. Well, Ryan, I'm from Newcastle upon Tyne in the UK, but I now live in northern Canada in Alberta, close to Calgary. So I kind of get around a little bit. And please, now that I've made you into moderators, check out other people that are online and subscribe to each other. Might as well help each other out where we can. But this is just about ready now. I don't want to get too much colour on there. Just a little bit. So for the accent. Stayed for the wholesomeness. Thank you very much. It's I had to take a day off yesterday. I'm waiting for surgery on my knees, so I do have days where I don't feel like laughing and I don't feel like smiling. So I'm just happy to share this is my little bit of entertainment, but we'll call that good there now. I'll just grab the cutting board. This one is one of my own creations. So, as I say, I'm a carpenter by trade. So I'm just going to quickly cut through that one. And there's one beautiful breakfast wrap. We've got cheese, we've got egg, mushrooms, we've got ham. Lots of onion in there too. Absolutely. I'll get even closer. Zoom in if you can, guys. Nope, so that's going to be my breakfast come brunch. Looks absolutely fantastic. Yes, woodworking. Carpenter, that's what I used to do. But after an injury at work, I basically destroyed both of my knees. So now I just need to have surgery before I can get back to work again. Which kind of, well, to be honest, there's no kind of, it sucks. I was fortunate in that I had insurance, because without it, I don't know what I would have done. And it's difficult when you're on your own. When you live by yourself and you're not having a relationship or anything like that, it's difficult to manage. But this is the way it goes. But I did do a lot of woodworking on some of my channels. I've got a little shelf box thing that I made, so I'm going to post that one on my videos. What did I do? I've done some drywalling, painting video, and then making some countertops like this when I made my own worktops, and make little pantry shelves. I don't order them ones, so they're all in there if you can find them. I've got that much stuff online now. But if I had a workshop, I would definitely do some more woodworking videos. It's still a little bit hot yet. Still that little bit hot yet, Hermione. I'm from Newcastle upon Tyne. I guess that's I don't know. Thanks for joining me. I'm from Newcastle upon Tyne. And then we moved a little bit further south. We moved about 40 miles south. There's a lot of people who come on and you don't have no videos yourself. It'd be nice to be able to subscribe to you guys, just so. Yeah, it's difficult starting out again, William. It's definitely difficult starting out again. Definitely. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. When I first came to Canada from the UK, it was like being 16 all over again. Like I said, it was like being 16. You've got no credit approval. You've got nothing. So you have the money in your pocket, and you have the close people around you if you can make any friends and colleagues at work. Canada is a wonderful place to live and work if you can stand the cold. That's all I'm saying. You're welcome there, I don't know. I mean, any space. I live on the 3rd floor of an apartment now, an apartment complex. So I don't have no workshop. I have a very small kitchen area, and I have basically 2 bedrooms, but one's just full of all my junk that I keep. So what do I do now? What drew me to move to Canada? I like the outdoors. I used to like go hunting and fishing, things like that when I was younger. Not so much hunting now. I still like to go fishing, but I came to Canada many years ago. I had family in Niagara Falls, and we done a visit. I just seen how big the place was, and it's like, oh my goodness, I really like this place. And when you see places like Niagara Falls close up and personal, and you can hear the sound, the thunder of the water and everything like that, it is absolutely amazing. But I'll add you as a moderator there. Now engrossed watching stuff. But Canada is a wonderful place. It can be difficult. It's such a big place. If you don't drive, that's it. You've got problems. You need a license as soon as possible. You need a 4x4 or an all-wheel drive vehicle just so you can get around. I would definitely recommend Canada, yes. I would recommend Canada for sure. So IDK, you've got a friend from Newcastle. Is it Newcastle upon Tyne or Newcastle under Lyme? Because we have two Newcastles in the UK. One's in the northeast and one's in the south down near London. So the 2 different places. But I would definitely recommend Canada, especially Alberta. It depends what your skill set is. It depends if you got any training. If you've got any training, so you can say, for argument's sake, if you're a carpenter, if you're a mechanic, plumber, anything like that, basically you come over on a trade visa, and then you will, basically you have to do a red seal. So basically they give you a few months and you do all your studying, they give you some packs to work to, and then you go and sit the test. Once you've got that test, you get your red seal, you're ready to fly. In fact, but they don't. That was when I came and done it. Now they don't do the red seal anymore. It's just it's kind of like an upgrading thing that you have to do just to show that you've got the knowledge. Excuse me. So you just need to be able to see, or they want to be able to see that you have the knowledge to do the job. And as I was also a teacher in the UK for a short while. Well, 7 years. So I used to teach shop. I used to teach wood shop. So did you have an accent similar to mine? If she had an accent similar to mine, she'll be from Newcastle upon time. But it's, I mean, Newcastle. A Green Beret? It depends which Green Beret. Depends which Green Beret you're talking about. Are you talking about a Green Beret as a US Marine or a Green Beret as a Royal Marine in the UK? So EEE, I'm not sure which one you mean there. Are there flying buses there? No, definitely no flying buses. No, I've never seen a flying bus, I must admit. She wasn't drunk at the time or something, was she? US Marine would be with the Green Beret, yes. But there's a red seal. That is what you would do for trade. So if you're a carpenter, you have a red seal. So that means you are qualified to work throughout Canada. Whereas if you don't have the red seal, you can work, you're only qualified to work in your province. So I live in Alberta. If I didn't have a red seal, I couldn't work in BC and I couldn't work anywhere else. I would only be allowed to work as a carpenter in Alberta. Yeah, she said it confidently. I don't know why I don't know where flying buses would come from. Unless I'm just thinking there. I know my aunt, bless her, she's passed away now, but she lived in Niagara Falls, and it's a couple of hours to go to, say, Toronto, or to drive down into the US to go to Buffalo. But she used to do her Christmas shopping, and they used to have, which they call basically a shopper plane. Basically, it was you get a short flight to take you to Toronto, take you to New York, Buffalo, anywhere like that. So the plane would fly you in. You get a cab, or they have like a little bus. It takes you to the local shopping area. You go and do the shopping that you want, and then basically you go back up to the airport, and it flies you back to Canada again. So that may be the flying bus you was talking about, because the flights were so cheap that you could actually get basically it's a couple $100 for a flight at the time, and you would just jump on it like you were getting on a train or getting on a bus to go do your grocery shopping. But I'm going to have a quick bite of my sandwich, or my wrap, whatever you want to call it. Lovely. Mm. Oh, that's yummy. So, I guess I better get my book stand out. I'm getting old and my brain doesn't always work very well. So I like to keep my list in front of myself. Excuse me there. So, get a cup out ready. So I'm going to start putting some stuff together for some scones. I want milk. So some cherries, glazed cherries, some desiccated coconut, some milk, some self-raising flour, Anything else? Sugar. Now you should really use a fine confectioner's sugar, but they're not always easy to come by around here. So we live so far north, I'm sure people think that we live on another planet. But I've got some sugar, so that'll keep me going for a little while. Anything else I'm going to need? Let's have a look. Cherries, for the top, sugar, milk, oh, my butter. Oops, I didn't get my butter out of the fridge, so it's going to be a bit hard. I'll have to microwave it. I don't like doing that. Yeah, that was a silly thing to do, Michael. But this is one of the things when you cook, make sure that you have everything ready in advance. Make sure you prepare everything, otherwise you can make little mistakes. Well, I wanted roughly a quarter cup, I think it was. Have a look, get my brain working for my unsalted. Yep, a quarter cup. So which is probably somewhere there. But I will just put that on the microwave for a couple of seconds. I hate using microwaves, but they do have their uses. So let's get some flour on the go. So it depends how many you want to make. So it's 1.5 cups of self-raising flour, a quarter cup of unsalted butter. We want that softened. 5 teaspoons of sugar, 3/4 a cup of milk, and 2.5 ounces of shredded coconut, and on 3.5 ounces of cherries. What I will do at some point is do these measurements so they're into cups. I want 1.5 cups of flour, and I know a lot of the time I'm not going to make too many here. So that's my flour. So basically we put our flour and our butter together first. So, yep. So hopefully this is soft and good enough. Probably a little bit too much, to be honest. I'll just give that a mix around with a spoon. Yeah, it's got, should probably let it cool down a bit more. But we'll wing it, and if it doesn't work, you get to see a spectacular failure. I should have just taken that out of the fridge and left it earlier, but I forgot. But let's just see what happens. So I'm putting that in with my flour now. And I'm just going to give that a mix. I just want to combine a little bit. It's good to get your fingers in there. We'll keep our spatula handy. We'll just kind of run that through your fingers. Just so you kind of get little balls will form. This is easier to do if you haven't had to microwave your butter. But if anybody's got any more questions, please fire away. So that should be somewhere close there. Just clean your hands off that a little bit. This is why I like to wear gloves when I'm cooking. So right now, now we've got our butter, our flour together, and then we want to add our sugar and milk. So for sugar we want 5 teaspoons, if I can find it. That's a tablespoon. Oh, it's going to be one of them days, is it? There it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's my sugar content. Doesn't seem a lot, but these are not an overly sweet combination. Just mix that around a little bit, get the sugar combined well into there. One ingredient I forgot to mention: vanilla extract, just a small amount. So our vanilla extract we probably want somewhere in the region of a teaspoon. So we'll just gauge that one a little bit. And then we'll do our milk. So our milk is only 3/4 of a cup, which is this one. We'll just put that straight in the middle, get our spatula again, and what we're going to do, we were working from the middle and bring it in. The solids. Now, if this stage it seems too wet, you can add a little bit more flour. But you should have kind of a soft and sticky dough. I'm going to add a little bit more flour to that one. As it stands now, it's too wet. I just want to dry that off that little bit. Just sprinkle a little bit in. And keep working it until it comes together. You can use a mixer if you want a little bit more. Actually, while we're waiting, I'll start my stove warming up. I must get myself a little shaker so I can put some flour in there, just so you can just have that little bit. But that's coming together much better now. Yep, that's so much better now. So it's dry but still nice and soft. So if anybody else does any baking and you've got any advice, if there's any professional pastry chef type out there, or a good mama who likes to cook, I'm just running this through. I don't want to work it too much. I just want to make sure it's combined. Just move that to one side. So we're going to add to this our coconut, and cherries. So coconut, we want 2.5 ounces. Of course, my scales decide I don't want to work at the moment. Right. Shouldn't be much, but I'll just put a plate on there. So 2.5 ounces on that. It's like quite a lot. That's a little bit over, but we can handle that. So that we're going to put into here now. And then we need 3.5 ounces of glazed cherries, which is pretty much one of these tubs if I remember rightly. So that's for our cherries. Now what you can do with your cherry, to make it go that little bit further, just give them a bit of a chop. So you don't want to be having whole big cherries everywhere. So kind of cut them in half, cut them into quarters, whatever you want. And that should do for that for now. Now you can, if you want, add more cherry. I may do so yet. I'll see what it looks like with this mix. Let's throw them in. And we just kind of want to fold that through. So I'm actually just putting it inside. Just want to push that through. What you can do at this point, just get yourself a bit of flour, move that over. We'll just put that onto my cutting board, just squash that out a bit, and pour the rest of this on top. And we're just going to fold everything inside, just so we know it's getting combined. This is one of my mum's recipes. She's much better at it than me. Fold that around. Now this is the way that she does it. I always said put the coconut in. She'll put the coconut in with the flour when you're mixing, so it gets pushed right the way through. So if we kind of form it into a bit of a sausage, I like to try and cut it into maybe 8 to 10 pieces. and that's what we will form. Pick all that coconut up. And then we'll form them into our small scones. So basically I'm just going to cut that in half, half again. And then basically we'll just form these kind of into a hockey puck. If you can see for all of the junk on my workspace. So I just basically form more quick like that. So these I'm not being too precise because these are for my own use and I tend to give them away. If I was using these or was making these for somebody to buy, I do have a Facebook page and things like that, so but if somebody wanted to buy these, which I've never sold any yet, I've never tried, I would make them more uniform. This one's got a lot of cherries in it, so it's a little bit more difficult to shape, but still it's going to be beautiful in flavour, which is one of the things that kind of gets to me when I'm cooking. I would love to be able to share my food with the people who are watching. I mean, you can use a cookie cutter, roll it out flat. But I'm not going for anything. I don't know if anybody's seen them, we call them rock cakes in the UK, where you just get your dough, you mix it all together, do everything quick, throw some raisins or sultanas through there, and then that's it. You just break lumps off and throw them on. You leave it as a most random shape possible. But that's them for now. I will have a proper clean up in a moment or two. Coming on nicely. Just put out a bit of parchment paper. Give these a bit of space to move around. They shouldn't spread too much. And we'll just throw a little bit of milk in here. Here I so that's our scones ready on the board. Find a little pastry brush, and I'm just going to brush them with a little bit of milk. So a little bit random, and then I'll go wherever I put that. There it is. We'll just get another little bit of coconut and sprinkle a bit on top. don't want to be one of them chefs like you see on the TV shows where why do they do this? It looks rather stupid to me. Look like they're deformed. I've got some sort of chicken wing going on here. But each to their own. So maybe another few seconds and then we'll go ping and I can stick these in the oven. So they will cook. The oven wants to be 350 Fahrenheit. I can't think what that is Celsius, but should be easy enough to figure out. And then we'll stick them in there. There should be about 20-25 minutes, I think. What did I put down on there? Yeah, 20-25 minutes. It depends on your oven, but we'll see. Like, thanks for getting in touch and joining me here, guys. Much appreciated. I'm just going to put my milk away. So it gets a bit lonely and boring when you live on your own, so it's nice to do this and talk to people, even if you don't know what they're doing. But I do like to share. But this is the sad bit about doing all of this. You got to. It's nice making things, but then you've got to start cooking, which is the best bit. Then you've got to do the tasting, which is the even better bit. But unfortunately, then you've got to start cleaning up, which is a bit of a pain in the backside. Right, that's my oven ready. So these want to go in the centre, as I say. At 350 Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. But now it's time to clean up, but not too much because I'm thinking of making something else as well. A long time ago, I used to watch people like Jamie Oliver, and he done a pudding which I really liked. It was so good. It was called lemony curdy pud, and so basically it ends up like a sponge cake with a meringue, like a chewy meringue in the middle, and then lemon curdy on the bottom. But that was some tasty pudding. But first things first, I need to clean up. In fact, first things first, I need to eat my breakfast still. So it's cold now, but that's what we came for, the breakfast wrap. So yummy. Get a bit closer for you. That's ham, mushrooms, cheese, onion. Yummy. Just clean it up a bit. I don't like the cleaning up bit. What time is it now? 11:21. Yep. I should have put a timer on there. It's been a couple of minutes. We'll just say 20 minutes. Yep. We'll give that 20 minutes and we'll check on it as it's coming along. I'm sorry, I'm just still thinking about flying buses. Well, maybe, just maybe, she came from the future. Maybe she came from the future and that was it. They had flying buses. I love doing this. I love talking to people, meeting people. You checked out the other video, the other live I done where I was making lumpy spring roll, and then before that I was making, after that I was making gyoza dumpling, Japanese dumpling. Oh dear. So this is the glamorous side of cooking, guys. To clean up afterwards. You don't see your Gordon Ramsays and whatnot. Yeah, Zaku and whatnot doing the washing up. We've all got somebody to do that for them now. I believe it's a good idea to keep yourself grounded. So even should I make it big, if I was one of these restaurateurs that were, have my own restaurant and things like that, I would probably still every once in a while get in there and do the prep work, do the washing up, because to be honest, you need to keep yourself grounded. We're all human, we're all equal, as far as I'm concerned. Right, let's have a little bit of me wrap. It's so tasty. Just cleaning off the rest of this pastry dough, or scone dough. There's bits of coconut around, and you know, sometimes when you're using things like coconut, it seems to get everywhere. The small little pieces. Right, we're ready for our next recipe. I wonder if we can get that. Should we get that one ready? So lemony curdy pot, quarter cup, half a cup of sugar. Well, I'm saying I'm going to make that. I bought lemons, but I don't know, I might use them. Yes, I do have lemons. So with this one, it's a quarter cup of butter, half a cup of sugar, the rind and the juice of 1 lemon, 2 large eggs, separate the whites from the yolks, 1.5 cups of milk. So the large mixing bowl will combine our butter, sugar, lemon rind until creamy. Add the egg yolks and flour. Add the egg yolks and the flour and combine that one. Add the milk and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Mix well. In a separate bowl, we're going to whisk up our egg whites. So we've got stiff peaks, and then fold this in to our flour mixture. Careful not to knock out the air. Pour into a buttered oven-proof dish, and then put the dish in a roasting pan with some water in there and bake in a preheated oven 45 minutes until golden. Straightforward enough, guys. Hope Arnold, I'm a gorgeous human being. Well, thank you very much. You must be gorgeous yourself. Have yourself a blessed day. Have a little check. I'll add you as a moderator there, Arnold. And then we'll have a little check out of your channel. Hopefully this one you'll have some videos of your own on there. But I do like your picture. I am becoming the best version of myself. Every day I grow, and every day I become a better version of me. And we only become a better version of ourselves by being kind and thoughtful and respectful to other people. So that's the number one. So I remember a long time ago, I'd done some management qualifications, and it worked on the Dale Carnegie principle of management. And one of the little chapters in there was about a guy that said that he didn't love it. Well, he said he didn't know what to do with his wife anymore. He said he loves her, but he thinks he should separate. And Dale Carnegie told him the easy way to fix it is just to go home and love her. He said, but I do love her. He said, no, go home and love her. And so the difference between just going, love you, and then actually getting up on a morning and appreciating what you've got. So you can get up and say, good morning, darling, good morning, beautiful, whatever little pet name you have, good morning, honey. Now, oh, you've made me some toast and a cup of coffee. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, my love. And then repay it back on the weekend. If she's doing all of them things for you during the week, then repay it back on the weekend. Get up, make some pancakes, bacon, eggs, whatever you want to do. You know, so it's all about respect with one another. I did mention a while back there that there was another YouTube chef, another British guy, who came on and he was trying to say that everybody, how we had so much experience and other people were just coming on and saying, look at me doing this, look at me doing that. And to me, that's not right. That's not a good way to make friends. You've got to respect everybody else, especially if you're a YouTube creator and you want other people to learn how to do things. So we all learn by mistakes. We all do. And believe me, I've made plenty. But I'm still eating my breakfast right now. Yep. Thank you for agreeing there, guys. Even though it's cooled down a bit now, it's still tasty. Yummy. Have a drink, have some water. Keep hydrated, that's important, guys, when you're in the kitchen. Do I support the rights of all? Yes, as long as it's not pushed in my face. If I don't care what people's orientations are, gay, straight, whatever. I don't always understand this identification thing. I've got nothing against any race, religion, anything like that. Let people just live the life, but you don't have to push it in other people's faces. Let people believe what they want to believe. That's the way I would say that one. If I travelled a lot when I was younger. That's why I know how to cook different recipes, like I like Indian food, Italian food, Japanese food. I've never really explored African food, but it's something I would like to look into. But there is a lot of Somalian people where I live, and they've tried my food and said it's awesome. And some of the breads I make are very similar to the Somalian breads. So I say everybody to their own. I'm quite a private person normally. I've been married a couple of times and it didn't work out. I'll share that little bit, and they say you just wonder, is it me? Was it them? But at the end of the day, you've just got to get on with your life. I mean, I'm not too sure about this identification, what people identify as. I still don't know. I'm old, I guess, and I'm Generation X. So in my day, basically, you were gay, you were straight, or you were bisexual, and that was it. And now there's too many things that are muddy in the water. But I say I've got friends who are gay, male and female. They just get on with their life. They don't have to tell everybody. So I said, be a private person. But I say I don't judge. I don't judge people. I've done too many things in my life that have not worked the way I wanted them to, and it can make you look bad in some respects. And other people will view you as being awesome. Other people will view you. So it's a difference between light and dark, good and evil, whatever. Some people will see you as a devil. Some people will see you as an angel. So no matter what you do, you're always going to upset somebody, or you're always going to please somebody. And thank you, Arnold. I hope you have a fantastic day yourself. Take care. Live your life with peace and prosperity. And take care, my friend. But sometimes I get on a ramble. I do apologise, guys. I'm just going to dry this. Yeah, I'll be needing this soon, I guess. Get another smaller bowl for my eggs. That's my egg yolk, so 2 egg. Still finishing my breakfast. Yummy. How much time? Two minutes left, but not much has happened in there yet, so it's definitely going to need them other 5 minutes. Yeah, wishing everybody a happy day. Lots of peace and prosperity. Cause there's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us. He's afraid he'll blow our mind. I'm not sure who's still watching there. Give me a wave. Wave your hands, guys, if you're still there. Well, I'm going to give them another few minutes. Yes, I know, I'm coming. Stop shouting at me. Be quiet. I'm coming. Stop shouting. Stop shouting, I tell you. Yeah, I'll give them that another 5 minutes. Oh, it smells good though. Smells really, really good. Ooh, yeah, baby. So what we got? You still there, Grace? Griselda? Benedita? Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me. Hey, Robert, how you going, my friend? And Rob's final decals. Thanks, buddy. I got a notification that I've got a parcel to pick up at the post office, so I'm thinking it's my new t-shirt, so thanks for that, buddy. I want you to make me some decals for the back of my truck as well, so I can advertise my YouTube, so I'll get in touch with that one and let you know what I want. Much appreciated, my friend. So I'm just going to separate my eggs first. Hopefully. So basically, we'll just... Oh, my yolk broke. Damn it. Right, let's put that to one side. You horrible thing, you. And I can see exactly why there's a bit of shell in there. Look, this is the fun of cooking live. You get to see all of the humps and bumps along the way. I'll throw that one into there. I'll use that for something later. Yes, I know you're up to temperature now, yes. Sounds like my neighbours are having a run around with the concrete sandals on again. Right, I'll go and grab another egg. Right, let's see if I can do it properly this time. The joys of the kitchen. So I want to just keep tossing backwards and forwards until the white separates. That should do nicely for that one. Put our yolk in another bowl. Looking good. Right, that's better. So that's them ready. I'll just have a little wipe down again. Get rid of that one now. Right, which dish shall I use? I think I'm going to have to start getting rid of some of these bowls and stuff. I've got too many. It's not deep enough, I don't think. That's a pain. actually going to cook it in that. See if it works. I normally would cook it in something like this, but you need something that's about 3 to 4 inches deep, and I don't know where the other one's gone to. I do this thing where I loan things out to people, and you don't always see them return. I'll have to ask around. Have a look. Oh, they're looking good now. Beauty. They do look nice. Just be careful, don't burn myself. So what I will do, I have a couple of wire racks here. I'm just going to put these onto the wire rack. Ooh. We'll let these cool down a little bit, and then we'll do a bit of a taste test. Just put this back in there, out the way. So far, that's what we got, guys. That's our cherry scone. Let me know what you think of that. They're looking good so far. Move this over. Now I'm going to put these at the front here. I don't know whether you can still see them or not. Not really, but move that over a bit. Down that way. There you go, guys. You can still see them a little bit there. That's if I go full screen. Almost. Right, that should be a little bit better. But let's get cooking, I guess, for our next dish. So this wants to be 400 now, so we'll get that one wired up. Actually, I don't want to leave that in there. Just thinking there as well. I need to find a better dish. So word of caution, guys, don't loan stuff out to people, because it doesn't blooming well come back again. This one will do. This one should do it, I think. We'll try this one. I think that should do the job. So I don't need that one over here now. Whew. It'll be one of them days, I guess. So again, quarter cup of butter again. So who have we got at the moment anyway? Let's have a look. Where's half of my chat's gone here? Oh no, come back again. So you're back again there, Arnold. So right now I'm going to make, it's called, I've just finished the scones. And now I'm making, it's called lemony curdy pudding. It's a Jamie Oliver recipe. So we'll have a try of that one. I haven't made it, I've never made this since about 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. So we might make a complete, I might make a complete mess of it, we never know. Let's just find my measuring cups again. So we want to, let's have a look. How much flour do I need? Right, I'll do it in the correct order. So I need my butter first. Got my flour out of the way for now. So that's my butter. So let's have a look. The butter, the sugar and the lemon rind. So lemon rind in there now. Now, thank you Now in Gross watching stuff. The scones do look very good. I do agree with you there. So we want our lemon rind. Try not to get too much of the white. Get the rest of that in there. In fact, I'm being naughty. I haven't got my gloves on. So I want my butter, sugar, lemon rind right there. Okay then. So I want my sugar. And that's a quarter or a half a cup. Half a cup. So throw that into our bowl, a little touch more of that. So just using a wooden spoon, I'm just going to squash that down into my butter's still a little bit hard, but if I work it hard, it should. It won't take long to soften up. Just stick to the back of the spoon a fair bit. A little bit more. So basically what we're after here is a nice cream. So the butter and the sugar break down together. So you can do this in a food mixer, but this is good exercise. Swap hands. Already the smell of this is absolutely amazing. These are just for fun, Arnold. I'm just making them because I've never made them for a while, and I'll probably do my usual thing and give them away to neighbours. When I was working, what I used to do is make a lot of food and I'd take it in for the guys. Now, obviously it's a good way to make friends, and then it introduces you to the office girls. So you get to talk to the office girls. And we all know that everybody loves a person that can cook. So I'm just going to keep working at this. So when them scones have cooled down a bit, I will do a bit of a taste test. I'll move my yolks out the way a bit now. The whites rather. I probably could have done this in a smaller bowl, but this really is a bit of a workout. It is getting there, but it takes time. Would have been easier in a smaller bowl. And also, it would have been better if I had caster sugar. And caster sugar is something you can't get where I'm at, where I live. I could probably have to order it off Amazon or something like that. You used to do a lot of cooking and baking yourself there, Arnold? What sort of things do you like to make? So we're getting there now. It's almost. I mean, from what I've seen, to be honest, I think most of the people I know that can cook, they're all guys. I have 3 friends that are chefs. One was a chef in the army, one was a chef in the navy as a submariner. He's a very good cook. And actually no, before, one was a chef on a cruise ship. He's called Paul. He's a really good cook, very successful in life. And then another guy who was a chef in Dubai. He was a private chef for a long time. He's a little Filipino guy. Cakes and brownies. Not the special brownies. I've been asked to make a few of them because that special ingredient is legal in Canada. I get asked if can you make me some of them? Which I haven't done yet. So I'll just put a little bit of vanilla in there now. My egg yolks can go in. Just start mixing them around. At this point you can change to a spatula so you can scrape the sides down easier. That's coming together nicely there. Here it is 12 o'clock lunchtime. So I'm in northern Alberta, close to Calgary. So I know I have some friends who watch from Africa. Omita, she's a very nice lady. They're 9 hours ahead, so for them it'll be 9 o'clock in the morning. I have friends over in the Philippines, Indonesia area, but for them it's 2 o'clock in the morning. People in the UK now, it will be 7 o'clock in the evening. So that's where my family is. So you're 2 hours ahead, so you're closer to the East Coast, I guess. Like more like New York way. I did have a guy watching a couple of days ago. He was from Connecticut. Okay, what do I need now? Me flour now. So how much flour? The heck? How much flour do I need? I didn't write my flour down. Oh, it must be on the other one. You numpty, Michael. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research, guys. Where? It's on one of my files somewhere. Give me a moment there, guys. I've got it stored here somewhere. I'm sure it'll take a cup and a half of flour. Oh, great! It's not showing up. What a moment! What are them days? Uh, That's around about 55 grams. What did I do with my scales? Don't you just lower it when you kind of go backwards? Get me YouTube back on again so I can see everybody laughing at my misfortune. Can't believe I didn't write that on there. I'm sure yeah, why didn't I write the flour on? That's ridiculous. My left arm, this here. I was getting a cookie sheet out and I wasn't really paying much attention. I moved around and I burnt it on the cookie sheet. So not something I would recommend. Right, so 55 grams. Of course, come on skills, you need to work. Right, thank you. So 55 grams. It's not much, it's only like a cup and a half or something. Actually, it might even be a half a cup. It's been that long since I made this one. Right, exactly 55. So we'll throw that one in there now. So if you didn't see them earlier, guys, there's my cherry and coconut scones. You too, Himani. Before you go, let's have a look at my scone. There you go, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Taste test. Mmm. Oh yeah, they're good. It's so very good. So I'm just combining my flour now. And then I need some milk. So I want 1 1/4 cups of milk. We'll have all of that. So I can get that back in there, don't need. Is that good? So we'll combine that. Just take it easy, we don't splash everywhere. Now I read a couple of articles where people were talking about they've made this and it was terrible, it didn't work. I've only ever made it 3-4 times now and it's worked every time. Yep. Good night, Himani. Sweet dreams. Yes, I am British, Saib. I'm British, but I live in Canada. I like the outdoors. I like to go fishing. I like camping. And this is a much better place for doing that type of thing. And there's a lot more work in Canada, to be honest. I earn more here as a carpenter than what I did as a teacher in the UK. One little tip that I should have said to do, and I should have done it myself, is just add your milk a little bit at a time so you don't get these lumps. So now I'm going to have to work that a little bit harder just to mix it. I'll add you as a moderator there, Saib. And just check out your channel. So many people don't have any content of their own, so I can't subscribe. Now I have seen people make this in a food processor, like a ninja type of thing. So scrape that off a bit. I'll use a little whisk, see if I can actually get rid of some of these lumps. And I just want to add a little bit of lemon juice. Lemon's quite firm. You can use a sieve if you want. Like I say, this is only for myself, so I just let the juices go through my fingers. And a little tip, before you start whisking your egg whites, rub the inside of the bowl with the lemon, and for some reason that helps that go up a little bit more. That's looking nice now. We've got a nice creamy mixture there. So now for the fun bit. So, yep, I have to start whisking these ones now. This is where the workout comes in. Try not to throw them all over the table like I just did there. And I don't want to waste none, so we'll get that back in there. If you're worried about the ball moving around, put your towel down, stick it on there. So you can use an electric whisk if you wish. But with a little bit of effort, it doesn't take too long. You can change hands. So they're getting there now. A little bit soft still, but we're getting there. Soft peaks now. I've just put my so still with 400. Almost there. This is why I've got arms like Popeye, doing stuff like this. And being a carpenter helps too. Right, so that's our nice stiff peak. Give it another quick go. Just make sure the stiffer the better. That's something I've never made for a long time, marshmallows. So, I'll grab another spatula, a nice clean spatula. And I'm going to fold. I can do it without dropping it. I'll fold my egg whites in. Now this is the important bit. We just kind of cut through and fold. Don't beat it. Kind of come through it and underneath it and turn it over. We can get all of this down and start mixing that through. If you're heavy-handed with it, you will knock all of the air back out that you've just put into it. Now I'm going to quickly, very quickly, just rub some butter around in my bowl. This is the quickest way. That's that one. Ooh. Almost there. We'll just double check, make sure we've got everything combined. And then we're going to put that into our bowl. Sorry for the camera angle. Be nice to have somebody helping me do this. They can change the angle as they need to. Right, where did I put my deep trays? Oh. Uh-oh. Remember what I said about getting everything prepared beforehand? Right, so we drop that in there and we want some water into the bottom. Well, half full, a third to half full. I think this is a bit where people were going wrong. So we'll have that in there like that. And then we're going to put that straight into our oven. Again, into the center shelf. Now, unfortunately, this one takes 45 minutes. So if anybody's got any questions, please shout out. I am in the process of kind of trying to make a shop so I can do t-shirts, etc. Do t-shirts. I'm in the process of doing a cookery book, but the publisher, they've told me they won't entertain a cookery book unless there is at least 225 recipes. I counted through my stuff, I've actually got 250. So I just need to get that all together and then I can get that one, hopefully get it published and get a few sold. So I've got plans But as it is, everything I've done so far has just basically cost me money. And I don't have too much. As I say, I've not worked since October of last year. So we do what we can. Oh. Anybody wants to come round and help me wash up when I do this, I'd appreciate it. I would gladly share the food with you. I think everybody's gone to bed now. And if you're just joining me, thank you very much. I'm just making desserts at the moment. But you just caught me at the wrong time because I've been making these beautiful cherry and coconut scone. Have another taste. Super yummy. Yum yum. I have to do me washing up now. As I said earlier, this is the glamorous part of the kitchen where you've got to clean up. They never show you that on TV when they're making all of these recipes. Almost there. If you're just joining me, please press the 3 dots and give me a like. And subscribe to my channel. Check other people that's on here and subscribe to them if they've got videos to watch. Check them out. We all help each other out. Best way to do it. I do have a question though. Why is it mostly guys that do the cooking? All of the my previous partners were never ones for doing cooking. I don't know why. It's something I can't figure out. It seems to be that since I came to Canada, the ladies here let the men do all the cooking. I might be wrong there. I may be mistaken, I'm not sure. So that's me just about done there now. I'm just waiting for my lovely lemony curdy pudding, the Jamie Oliver recipe. That's in the oven at the moment. If anybody wants to drop me a message, please do so. I'll answer everything. If you click in and you've got your own page, I will subscribe to you. All part of helping one another to achieve our success. I always keep a lot of these little clips around the kitchen. I've got a big pot over there just to seal containers back up again. Well, this egg that I made a mistake with, I was supposed to be separating the yolk from the white. So I'm just going to cook that up quick. I'll just eat that now. It is 12:30, but I already had an egg breakfast wrap this morning with some ham. So if you want to check out the beginnings of the video, you'll see I made a nice breakfast wrap with egg, ham, mushroom, onions, cheese. Absolutely tasty. And there I go again. I'm hearing things. Must be the neighbours upstairs again. I've never known people bounce around and walk so loudly. It's ridiculous. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even hungry at the moment. That breakfast wrap and the scone I've been nibbling on. I mean, these things are absolutely fantastic, if you ask me. See if I can zoom in on them a little bit so you can get a better view. So that's the scones I made earlier on. And they are very yummy. That's cherry and coconut. Well, I'm going to eat this little bit. Yeah, nobody ever tells you when you're going to make something, if you want to cook a lot of food, nobody ever says anything about the washing up afterwards. And I know it's kind of common sense, but they never show you that on TV. And when you're a kid growing up, you might mess around in the kitchen with your mum. But mum used to always do the washing up. They kind of spoke them. I know a lot of good chefs out there that they started off as a pot washer. And I think even people like Gordon Ramsay started out that way. So I started out by being a carpenter, and I'm still a carpenter. Carpenter and construction manager. I'm not a chef. I am not a chef. Believe me, I am not a chef. I just like to cook. Hey William, thank you very much. Rabbit hole, rabbit hole. We all go down them rabbit holes. I've got, oh geez, I've probably got about 150 hours of video to start editing. And even on my lives when I do this, I like to bring them out, edit them down, and then make little videos just so people can watch it. But that's the thing, when you're rendering hours like that, yeah, that is difficult. I have a friend, he does CGI graphics, and he's back in the UK. I can't remember the name of his company now, but he does CGI graphics and stuff like that, so he does a lot of the flyby stuff, like he's worked on a few games for like Xbox and PC and stuff like that, and he does bits for movies and everything, so he's doing really well. But it is a lot of work. And my son, he's working to do set design and movie magic stuff. So he's at university in the UK, in London there. Ideally, he wants to be working with somebody like Industrial Light and Magic. So that would be a phenomenal thing for him if he can. He just needs to push hard. He's extremely talented, so I'm very, very proud of him. It's not easy when you keep doing, especially when you're a young guy and you're trying to do things on your own and you've got nobody else. When you said you were, your page said you're 29, William. So you've been around a little bit now and you know what it's like to be in the real world. How long have I been on now? Like 3 hours. Oh, it's only 2 hours and 16. Is that all? Well, how much time have I got left before this lovely lemony curdy pudding? Still got 30 minutes left yet. Oh, fingers crossed it works. Otherwise I'm going to look like a right donkey. But then again, like I said, I've never done it for a while. But I'm going to eat the remainder of this scone. Yep, that's definitely tricky, William. So are you in Canada or the US? Or somewhere else? Because I know I never really understood the US laws. Some states it's legal at a state level. That's the thing. if you can either work towards your own dream or you can work towards somebody else's. So where did you say you're at? You're in the US? Because I say I don't understand it. It's legal in some states, but it's illegal on the federal level. And I mean, it's not something I do myself. I've used it. Oh, Kansas, that was it, yes. Sorry, my brain's a little bit busy. So, I mean, in Canada, it's completely legal to the point, even in BC, you can have LSD, you can have crack, you can have all sorts of stuff like that in British Columbia. So that is something that's a little bit of a strange thing for me. But I have no objections to cannabis. I think it's a very good medicinal. It's a very good medicinal drug. It has a lot of medicinal qualities. Yeah, I mean, I looked into a company called Canaglobe, and they do the cannabis and they do the mushrooms. Now, it cost me about $1,000 to start doing that one, and then basically they set you up and do everything for you that you need, and you don't need to have your own. You don't need to have your own warehouse or anything like that. So anything that people order from you comes from their warehouse. But like you say, you're building somebody else. And but it seemed a good idea, but then there was too much conflict between the US and the Canada. Even though it's completely legal, in Canada, you're not allowed to ship cannabis products from Canada, from the US to Canada, which makes no sense to me. So I don't know how they were going to ever get around that. The idea was they were going to open places here in Canada and grow the cannabis and things like that. So, or whatever they call it these days, cannabinoids, and I don't know. But like I say, it's something I dropped. There was too much paperwork involved. If you're in the US, and look up Canaglobe, and then see what they want to do, and basically you go in yourself, you get other people interested, and you build yourself up, and you get so much of their profit, blah blah blah. And it seems a bit of a pyramid scheme, but it's working for many people, and many people are making a lot of money out of it. So, whew, why it's warm in my kitchen. It's warm in this here kitchen. Oh. Oh. What day is it? Saturday? Might have to pop out soon. Definitely, if you can have a piece of land with a home, like you say, a homestead. I know before things were legal in Canada, there was a lot of guys that were buying little acreages, but they were digging a hole in the ground and building underground greenhouses. Now a lot of them would do that because of the cold, and they were growing vegetables, etc. But other people were growing other things. So I say everything had its uses. But I say the paperwork and the getting permissions and things like that are a big deal. I mean, some friends of mine wanted to do a warehouse to be a main distributor, and they had all the money, they had the backing, they had everything to go, but then another company another pharmaceutical company in this country called Shoppers Drug Mart. They got the contract. They're the biggest distributor in Canada. So power is a thing. Power is a definite thing. But I try not to talk about stuff like this too much online because it can get your account into trouble and things. But I'll stick to me cooking and me woodwork and see how we do there. I like to make t-shirts as well, and I make decals and stuff. But I do have a friend who comes on here called Rob. He does decals and stuff like that as well. So yeah, healthy cooking is a good one. I done a little program earlier there for people who have fibromyalgia and arthritis, things like that. I've done a few recipes for that one so people can cook. That's a good way to go. Which is basically, it's about bringing down excuse me. It's about bringing down the inflammation inside your body. And I mean, I'm very fortunate. Let's have a look, when was it? In 2016 I took ill. And how would I put it? I went from being 220 pounds solid guy, the little bulldog that go, and I went down to 155 pounds in 2 months. So pretty much everybody thought I was dying. They thought they had cancer, all that type of thing. And it turns out I had a condition they called a dermatomyositis, which basically it's an autoimmune problem where my body was just fighting itself. And however, they only gave me 6 months to live because my kidneys and everything were shutting down. But then they found out why, and it's because the doctors have been giving me too many antibiotics. Try this, try this, try this. And once I stopped taking antibiotics and they put me on steroids for a while and I built up. Nothing wrong with me now. So, I mean, unfortunately, I gained weight in the wrong way, but now I'm a lot better. Apart from my knees, like I said, I need surgery on them after a work incident. But like I say, I'm still here. That was 2016, and I'm still kicking strong. I'm healthy. So I don't like to give up. I have that little attitude. I was raised that way. We do the job that's in front of us, and we just keep on marching forward. So thanks to Mum and Dad for that one. Yeah, if you can cook for others, why not? And thank you for the blessing there on the mend. If you can actually cook for others, and if you know your recipes, and you can just, somebody says, make me this, and you can just make it without too much fuss, and you can repeat it again and again and again, by all means, cook for other people. Sounds like a good way to make a living. I know if you wanted to be a friend of mine, he was a private chef for a while in Dubai, and they were paying him probably the equivalent of about $90,000 US a year. With a company vehicle, he had free accommodation, all the rest of it, free accommodation and food. But he did have that piece of paper to say that he was a trained chef. He done that for, I think he done it for about 6 or 7 years. And then he came out of that one, came to Canada, and then basically opened his own business, and he's never looked back. So if you can do it, do it. Oh, we're looking for time. Still 19 minutes, guys. Well, if you remember, guys, please smash that like button on the little three dots, and then press the thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you want to check on any of my other videos. Just give them a click and just a little thumbs up and a message on there, and then I know who's been on. And I really appreciate the guys that's coming on here. Thank you very much, William. I'm not sure who's still available at the moment. I know Himani They went to bed now because it's about 4 o'clock in the morning for them, 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's it's a long way to be out. So if people are staying awake so much, just have a listen to me droning on. Hello, Griselda, you back again? What do you think of them then, Griselda? And they're beautiful. So tasty. So very tasty. Ah, well, I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know about that, William. I didn't know if you just did a double press. I do things like that, and I tend to turn things off. I'm not bad on computers, but sometimes I get a little bit thick fingers. I'm just eating one of them now, Griselda. So tasty. That was one of my ideas, actually. I was thinking about reading books that I like. Just do them a chapter at a time or something. So maybe it's about 30-minute clips of me reading a book, around about 30 minutes. I really like David Gemmell, Terry Pratchett. I like science fiction, fantasy type stuff. Yeah, it's not a case of being slow. I mean, it's just that I'm out to practice on computers a lot. I used to do AutoCAD. I used to do 3D design, things like that. I had a CNC machine as part of my business, so I used to do all my own designs on that one, making furniture, making little household things. People want a sign for the front of the house, or they want something special for a wedding. I was making all them type of things, and yeah, it depends. I mean, people like different types of books, and I kind of got away from the actual paperback or hardback book now, and I tend to stick a headphone in and I'll listen to an audio book, and I don't know, it's just not the same. I like the smell of a book. Just I used to go to the library when I was younger. You go and get a book from the library, you got that dusty, papery smell, and that's all part of the magic for me with reading. Yep, a cup of coffee, a scone, and listen to a nice audio book. Thank you, Griselda. How's your day, Griselda? I'm thinking you're probably working. You're not far away from me. I know I think you're about 4 or 5 hours further north than what I am the last time we spoke. Oh, I'm just waiting for this to be cooked. How much time? Oh, we've got 15 minutes. It's getting closer. Getting excited now. Yeah, to be honest, I wish I'd started doing this type of thing. I'm trying to think. Author's voice, people's voice who read. Trying to remember some of the people now. I mean, there is a couple of different people that do the Terry Pratchett books. One of them's Nigel Planer, and the other one's Stephen somebody. I can't remember his name now, but they do a good job of it. And because they do change the voices as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't just want somebody to drone on. I like it when people actually, if there's a female part, they'll change the voice. And if it's a man's part, yes, it absolutely is. So they've got to kind of give it character, and they'll put accents in. So if they want to be sounding more American, then they need to have an American accent. And if they want to sound British, they need a British accent. So, and I know some accents are simple to do. But I say I travelled a lot around the world, so and then my family are Irish and Scottish and English, so I kind of pick up Irish, Scottish and English accents very easy. Some different places of England as well, where we all have regional variations. I did get the Hobbit audiobook, but that was a fully dramatized version where basically each character was a different person. So they all had their own little bit. So it was done like a stage performance. So each person had their own little role. And there was none of this like mixing voices up and getting confused, as it were. But I say it depends what you like and depends on what type of books. I mean, I also like autobiographies as well. I like to read an autobiography. Stone Cold Steve Austin was a good one. That's a good autobiography. Oh, I'm starting to get a bit sleepy and tired now. It's hard work standing up for a long period of time, or at least I find it that way now. I should get one of them, the resistance cushions. You'll be back again. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much, William. You seem to be a very nice gentleman. I say we all have our own passions and our own ideas. And sometimes it's good to share. Sometimes it really is good to share with each other. So the only downside is when you do this type of thing, it's me talking and other people doing a message here and there. So there's not a lot of actual voice to voice. But say they also tell you that basically it's not advisable to go sharing with people and all that type of thing and doing too much. You still have to have your own separate life. So, but I'm enjoying doing this cooking and chatting as opposed to just make a recipe. Hello, this is Mike. Welcome to my kitchen. Right, I'm making some cakes today. I'm mixing the stuff up. Yeah, you want this much of this much of this. And then I cut out all the bits where I make a dog's back leg of it and make it look beautiful. And I was so good at doing that. This way you get to see me make me mistakes. And I can have a laugh, I can have a joke. Sometimes I get too serious. And I think that's the old teacher part of me. Because I used to teach teenagers more so than anything else who were wanting to be carpenters and things like that. So, and some of them, they weren't exactly switched on up there. They were too busy still playing games and things like that. So I'm like, well, you've got to be serious and we do it this way and this is exactly how it's done. And that's not me. I like to laugh too much. I like to have a good joke. So life can be way too serious. So to have a good joke, that's what it's all about. I mean, occasionally I do tell a joke or two, but I can't actually think of any at the moment. Or none that's appropriate to tell anyway. But all I'm waiting for now is to find that special someone again. Yeah, and some of the older videos they don't always pop up. You don't. I mean, if you've watched some of my other videos, sometimes it'll go through the alert to say that I've had somebody's watched and left a comment. Will go to like to my junk email, and I don't. To be honest, my junk email I don't even look at a lot of the time because I've got my filters set to a certain thing. So if it's on my regular email, I will find it, and then I'll go and have a look and say hi, thank you for the comment, that type of thing. But depending on your settings, even if I make a comment, you might not even know that I've made a comment to go back again. I have done a few where I've talked backwards and forwards with people, and my memory's terrible. I can't always remember names, but I'll have a few where we'll talk backwards and forwards, and they'll say, "Well, have you tried this? We can do this. We can do this." So, but if you have left comments on my other videos, and I didn't get back to you, I do apologise. Sometimes it may get lost in the system there, but like I say, I do apologise for that. How's this doing now? Oh, she's looking good. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's looking. I daren't open it yet. Dare I open it? That looks like it's getting cooked too much. How much time has it got left? Still got 6 minutes. It's a really golden brown now already, but okay, I do appreciate that. Thank you for sticking around on that one. But yeah, if you enable a reply specifically, then it's a lot more simple and straightforward. I'm all excited about the cooking I'm doing here. It's looking a very nice colour. But I say I think keeping up to date on computer systems as well. When I first had my issue with my knees, they made sure that they wanted to put me on a computer program. So I went and done my computers for level. They said, "Oh, we'll start you off at level 1," and that was supposed to be a 3-day course for level 1 computers. And within the first 2 hours, they said, "You don't need to do this. Come back for next week and do level 2." And even then, it was so simple that they were doing. But so I mean, after all, it's only Word and Excel really, and do PowerPoint. That's all they really teach you. And with me doing teaching, I had to do that every day anyway. So, but there were some things I did learn some things, but I got me level 1, 2, and 3 computers. And then I went and done a project management qualification. But unfortunately, to be a project manager, they want you to have, I think it's 1,200 hours. So that's what somebody needs to invent, is smelly vision. We need smelly vision so you can just touch the screen and, oh yeah, that's wonderful. Well, it's looking good. I just hope it's worked out underneath. The top is a nice golden brown now. If anything, it's a little too brown, but I keep peeking and I shouldn't because it is sponge. I don't want it to just collapse on me. Get a big spoon out ready. Not that one. I'll get a spoon out just so I can cut a chunk out to show everybody. I'll get me a small bowl ready. How much time? How much? 3 minutes. Oh! What sort of things do you like to cook, Griselda? I know I've seen you doing fish. I've seen you doing pancit. I think you were doing spring roll, like what I cooked. Um, I think my favourite is probably like an English lunch, like a Sunday lunch, where you'd have a joint of beef or a chicken or something like that, and then with all of the trimmings and some gravy over the top of that. So I think, like me, it's probably a proper a meat dinner, right? With Yorkshire pudding, um, I say peas, carrots, potatoes, gravy over the top. Oh yeah, yum yum yum. But I mean, to be honest, watching videos, watching TV growing up, and with my mum, that's how I learned to cook. So my mum, my grandmother, um, my dad didn't really cook much, but when he did, he would make a nice chicken curry or something like that. No blood sausage? Have you? Well, see, over in Canada, they call it blood sausage, and it is absolutely disgustingly terrible. But if you go to the UK and they don't call it blood sausage, we call it black pudding. And it's way different. There's no bits of meat in there or anything like that. It is just the blood with oats and some fat in there. Cook that up, and there's lots of herbs and spices. That tastes absolutely awesome. The blood sausage they have here, it is disgusting. Really is disgusting. I bought some. I give it to the dog when I used to have a dog here, and the dog wouldn't even eat it. That's how bad it was. So I don't know what was wrong with it, but nope. But that's one of the things I miss when I do go back to the UK to see family. I will go, if I'm there for say 14, 15 days, I'll probably have at least 10 breakfasts with like the black pudding. Yeah, there's a lot of difference. But I mean, to be honest, like between English and um, I mean, different sides of the pond. There's a lot of differences between the food, even though they'll have a similar name and people think they're the same. There can be a lot of differences. But oh, we're on the final countdown here. um, I tried the vegetarian thing a few years ago there, William, and to be honest, a lot of my aches and pains and symptoms went away. I done it for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then I broke and I had a bacon sandwich. And but I mean, they say everybody has their own choices. And when I think about me growing up, we were pretty much vegetarian. We might have eggs and vegetables and things like that, but we'd have fish on a Friday, and then we'd have chicken or something like that on a Sunday. Right, let's get this out and have a look. I can't see. Too much steam. Oh, the water in here is really hot. Well, there we go, guys. So far, so good. Oh, right. Things I want to do here, actually. Yep. I'm not having that. I can't have that like that's too hot. I'm going to move it. I'll move this back over to here. And then we'll take this out and put it on there. Well, there we go, guys. Let's have a look. So far, it's very wobbly. Oh, looks beautiful. But if we can see, if you can see there, if I lift that up a little bit, I'll move my camera so I can actually get a fuller screen just so I can have a look. So when you look at this, come on. What is wrong with this? So I'll lift that up there now. So you can see how it's creamy on the bottom. But still very warm at the moment. So I might ruin it by cutting into it, but we'll have a look. So it is like a sponge cake on the top. And then when we get underneath, it's all gooey and lemony underneath. I'm going to just bring my phone over this way a moment. So we've got all the lemony bits. It's spongy on the top. It's a little bit darker than I wanted. But it's like a sponge cake in the middle. I'm going to have a little taste actually. Oh, that's better than I remember. That is just so good. Wow. Oh, wow. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So 3 years now? Wow. Well, there you go. You get the idea of what I'm cooking there. Whole foods. Yeah. Eggs, I don't know, for me, it's a must. You've got to have some protein from somewhere. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic, even if I do say so myself. Oh, well, I'm liking it. Apologise for the mess in my kitchen. But no, today's been a good day. I've made some new friends, and I made an awesome pudding and some really, really nice scones. No, that's absolutely yummy, yummy, yummy. Yep, so if we can see underneath there, if we look here, it's like sponge cake, then it's more like meringue in the middle, and then nice and lemon custardy on the bottom. Mr. Jamie Oliver, you, sir, are a genius. Yeah, I mean, it's good to eat healthy foods. I would say it's if things are raised humanely, that's always a plus. But I mean, it's the unfortunate thing where I live. I'm so far north. Our winters last for 8 months at a time. So we get to around about October, and the snows start to fly. And then it's almost probably May before the snows are completely gone. Yeah, I know, Uncle Roger. Yeah. But does Uncle Roger actually cook? I've seen him do a few things, but he's too busy joking. So I don't know whether he can actually cook or not. So unless you can actually cook, don't criticise. But I know what he means about Jamie Oliver with some of his ideas. Chili jam. Chili jam was the one. But I hope one day Uncle Roger will check out one of my videos and say, that guy's amazing. Foo-yo! But then again, even if he says it's terrible, it's still some recognition. But hopefully, I don't know, Jamie Oliver, if anybody does some recognition for my video, like Gordon Ramsay, Uncle Roger, that type of thing. You want this with a scone now? Well, I guess I'll break off a small piece of this, and then we'll put the lemon curdy bit on top of there. So there you go, that's on there. It's almost like a custard. We'll try that. Actually, it works. Oh yeah. I wish you guys could try this. I really do wish you could try these. It's so tasty. It really is so tasty. Yum-tastic. I think that's the word I'm looking for. What's that one? That's what I was thinking there, William. I think he can cook, yeah, but I've seen him do a few things, but he's too busy joking around and making fun of things. So, but we've increased our cheese consumption 31 times since the 90s. That's a lot of cheese. Well, well, so I'm just thinking, is it real cheese, the cheese consumption? Because there's too much of this stuff that's like plastic. Because I know the cheese that we used to get. Now, I think did I put that away? Yeah. So I bought some cheese the other day, and it said it was cheddar cheese. Now I know that in the UK you can't call it cheddar cheese unless it's made in the Cheddar Gorge, where in the Cheddar region. So I don't know how they call it cheddar cheese over here when it's not made in England. So what do you think of this one now, engrossed watching? You enjoy what you see? You like what you see there? So it is yummy. Oh yeah. Sorry guys, but I'm enjoying this way too much. It's so soft and spongy, but then the bottom so lemony like custard. You're very welcome. I wish I could really share. It's like, yeah, come on over. Let's all have a sit around. Look, let's all stuff our faces with nice food. But that's all I'm eating of it for now. Yep. Well, the lemon flavour is such a nice, clean taste as well. It's so nice and clean, and I think that's when I eat spicy food like Indian food, I'll always have slices of lemon, and yeah, the I mean, you get Parmesan or oregano, Reggiano or whatever it is. I can't remember now, but you get the different flavour. Like, is it really Parmesan? Because it's not from there. You get your different mozzarellas and things. They're not from the areas where they were. They're only a copy. So, like I say, we get like Red Leicester cheese in the UK. It's called Red Leicester, and they really started kicking off when other people were making a cheese called Red Leicester. So I don't know. It's one of them quandaries. I don't know how they do it. I know there is one thing that will never ever happen, and you get whiskey and you get scotch. Now I don't drink that much now. Maybe it's Christmas, New Year time, like birthdays, things like that. On Memorial Day, I raise a glass to the fallen comrades. But when people say this is Scotch and it's made in Canada or it's made in the US and they're calling it Scotch, that's something they're definitely not allowed to do. That's the Scottish people won't just say no, they'll come over and kick your teeth out. So good on them. But now, guys, I think I'm going to have to wrap this one up. I need to go put some ice on my knees, get the swelling down, get the ice packs out, and what time am I at now? Well, I'm almost 3 hours. I can do another 2 minutes. But if anybody's got any suggestions on what else I can cook, if William or now engrossed or Griselda, if you're still there, Griselda, if you have any suggestions on anything else that you would like me to cook, I can do another live show of that one. I don't have any, but I can get some. What sort of things? Blueberry muffins or something along them lines? Or I do a blueberry oatmeal muffin. I've done that one a while back. But any suggestions would be good. Because sometimes it's difficult to come up with the ideas. I mean, see, peanut butter is one of my... how can I put it? I like peanut butter straight out of the jar. I can eat it like that. Maybe it's on a bit of toast or something. But when you start putting peanut butter with chocolate, they've done a peanut butter Twix chocolate bar a while back. And to me, that didn't work. Now, I don't mind the cups, peanut butter cups. They're nice. But that Twix didn't work. And then they've done something else. There was a peanut butter and something else. I can't remember what it was now. And it was really crispy and crunchy and there was big lumps of peanut in there. That was good. But I'll have a think about that one. I don't know whether I can combine blueberries and peanut butter. I don't know whether that would work or not. But I'll have a think. But, a lemon glaze, I could have done something like that. I mean, this one is quite wobbly, nice sponge. But I was thinking about this one, because it's already custard on the bottom, it's already kind of everything's there that you need. But I thought you could maybe have it with a nice vanilla ice cream. But now you give me the idea of a nice lemon glaze. Yeah, I agree there, William. The peanut butter can make some things taste a bit weird. Like I say, it didn't work with that Twix combination. But it works nice with like dairy milk chocolate. If you make your cups with dairy milk chocolate and peanut butter inside of them, that works nice. But yeah, sounds like your grandmother was a fantastic cook there now engrossed. They're the best memories of going to grandma's when she would make cakes and oh yeah. Oh, now you've got my brain going in nostalgia mode now. I'll be sitting in the corner crying. So yeah, nice lemon glaze on the top. Even if we just made a nice lemon glaze and then just drizzle it over the top of that one before serving. But it is very sweet now, as it is. It is quite sweet. But very enjoyable. But no, I'm glad I've got people that appreciate food. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Well, I might not be back tomorrow, but I will definitely be back on Monday. But I have physio again on Monday, but I'll be back after around about 10 o'clock in the morning, so I'll try and get a little bit in there. And so now I'm going to go and have a rest. And thank you very much, guys. Thank you for joining me today. And I wish you peace blessings and wealth to yourselves and to your family. You take care as well, William. You too, now engrossed, and Griselda, if you're still there, take care. Love you all. Mike out.